Aloha kakahiaka and happy Thursday, everyone. You got Aniela here, and I'm a coach with the Be With Your Twin Flame program. Hope you all are well starting out this 2022 rip-roaring and taking charge. That's what we're talking about today, folks. I am excited to talk about this because this, for me, was something that came up in my life. This was way before I found myself on the twin flame journey. It is really about taking charge. And what does that mean? What does taking charge really mean? We're going to talk about that today in our video. We are looking at things, I am looking at things that was so helpful for me, and what I found really to be the biggest and the most, important thing that I was able to do for myself, especially when I found myself on this journey. We're talking, folks, today about taking charge, and what are we taking charge exactly of? And that's what gets people quite confused. In fact, they confuse it sometimes consciously, sometimes subconsciously, with taking control. And that is not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about taking charge on the twin flame journey. And what does it really mean, especially on this journey? It is about not taking control. It is about not doing things to take control. It is about not, trying to one up, trying to compete with other people. It's about not trying to take charge of the TF when we're talking about this journey, and taking charge of the things the TF might be doing, saying, thinking, or feeling. Folks, when we're talking about taking charge, and I really cannot even differentiate what it means on this journey as well as in 3D, in your life, in your everyday life, in your work, in your family, with your children, with your spouse, with your boyfriend or girlfriend, with your partner. It doesn't matter. When we're talking about taking charge, we're talking about taking charge of you, because that is the only thing you are in charge of. And when we're saying we're taking charge, it is all about managing, maneuvering. It is all about you, folks. When this twin flame journey comes upon you, it is not about the twin flame. It is not about the most horrible thing. I hear that all the time. This is the most horrible thing that ever happened to me. It's not about any of that. This journey is all about you. So when I was mentioning earlier that I was able, a long time ago to get to a point in my life, I'm literally sitting in an off-ramp to get off of the freeway to drive into my town, to drive into my home, to get home after work one day. And I'm sitting there in complete autopilot, and I started to find myself in autopilot for quite some time at that time. And I'm sitting in this off-ramp. I mean, geez, I could have been a robot. I didn't even have to press on the gas or the brake. I just automatically could do that. And I'm in my mind, and I'm thinking to myself, my gosh, is this as good as it gets? That's what I asked myself. That's seriously what I asked myself, because I was finding myself in a place that I was just in operation autopilot, doing everything I needed to do to get through the day, and that was about it. Managing things, organizing things, trying to be on top of things, and finding that I was just letting everything take charge of me, take control of me is what it was, and I got to a point that realizing, and I was in a very fortunate space that day, realizing that, the only reason why I feel like that is because of me. It's because of me. It was because of the way I was viewing things and looking at things. And that's why, folks, it is not going to be about anything to do with any anyone or anything else. Taking charge is a personal choice, and it doesn't matter if you're looking at 3D or if you're looking at the twin flame journey. However, I will tell you that the only way to learn and start stepping into learning how to balance your fear-based energy, which is what's causing you to feel that way, which was what caused me to feel that way when I was sitting on that off-ramp, although I did not know it at the time. It was my fear-based energy, is that I was not taking charge of myself. When we're talking about taking charge, folks, we are really looking at the choice to either manage our own self and not view ourselves, which is our fear-based energy, as something bad in whatever you're looking at. It's judgment. It's judgment upon yourself. And you're not taking responsibility when you're not taking charge. I love this topic because it is the most freeing topic that I could ever speak about. Why is that? Because really, truly, I ain't some person you're just coming on and you just happen to see it. It is absolute truth that the only thing we really can take charge of is ourselves and how we look at things, how we view things, and how we choose or not choose to either take charge of ourselves and manage ourselves and choose our own happiness, choose our own boundaries, choose our own path, which is directed by our soul. We can either choose that or we can fight against it. We can fight against everything that ever comes down our way. And that, folks, that fight is your fear-based energy. It's not about changing, controlling, manipulating anyone else. That's not what taking charge is. Taking charge means taking ownership of you and knowing that the only reason why you are wherever you are, be it you judge it good, bad, ugly, beautiful, it doesn't matter. The only reason why you're in that place is because of your choice to either take charge or not take charge. So that's why I really wanted to come on here to talk about this today, because it was the most freeing revelation for me when I was able to choose to take charge. Folks, once you decide to do that, once you decide that nothing is going to stop you from taking charge of your own self and your own life, once you do that, nothing can stop you, because people can't stop you. Situations can't stop you. There is nothing in this world, in this physical world, that can stop you when you decide to take charge of you. How do you shift it all? By deciding to take charge of you. The choice is yours. Alrighty? So when you're finding yourself on this journey and you're feeling totally bamboozled, slapped upside the head, punched down on the ground, which is where I was, which is where Elle was, there was one choice and one choice only to make. Am I going to pull myself out of this and start looking at taking charge of it rather than have this fear-based energy manhandle me? That's the choice you will absolutely be making at some point. Sometimes you'll be making that choice several times, and that's fine. That's how balancing works. It's not just I'm gonna choose and boom. No, folks, it's all about keeping up with that consistency to continue to take charge of you. Alrighty, folks, we are gonna send you off. I am so happy we are 1 week in to 2022 and watching things roll along. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when that choice comes for you? Alrighty, happy Thursday. We'll talk to you again soon. Ma'alama pono and ahui ho. Bye, everybody.